dark sense of humor, and yeah, we definitely never took anything too seriously, and yeah, enjoyed each day as it came. Like, a lot of the Northern lads seem to be making good money on the BSC. We've got Travelard, Robotic on our team, me, Dan, one of the devs, yeah, taking over the BSC.
Exactly. And from week to week, the episodes are going to be about the things that happen. The opening episode, which I didn't show, just the scene 3, which is what we were working on, has to do with the bunnies, right? When Pancake Saw bunnies came out, they sold out in like 10 seconds. They made the top 10 of that NFT list, which no BSC has ever done, right? Really giving Ethereum a competition when it comes to NFTs. They were well done, well received, traded 2 million in 24 hours. So NFTs for BSC is here to stay.
Seems like it. Seems like there's a huge market for it, especially for selling out so quickly.
It is. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I looked at, and we've talked about this before privately, when we talk about art and people's interpretation of what art should be, we all have our own opinions on what those should be, right? What they should look like. And the whole concept of SockRokets was like, we took this very base model, and Reaper with his genius, I'm telling you, tons over and over and over again, just refining it. It's meant to be quirky. It's meant to poke fun at NFTs. It's meant to poke fun at the BSC. You always have competition when you talk about, proving a use case, being a serious project compared to being a shitcoin. And no matter how much you give, from the time you launch, it's always that competition for the next hype, the next trending. Nobody really wants to invest in a long-term project. They're all here for the quick buck because of the Moon Boys. And we're at a stage now where we really have to, as investors, make that determination. Are we going to continue just getting ourselves honey putter rugged over and over again, or are we going to stick with what originally started all this space, which was a well-funded project that had a platform that showed where they were going to go, and prove that time and time again. Our platform has done that, and we're still struggling with the numbers. But it just goes to show that when you continue to put out good work, when you continue to show that you are here to make a difference and do a good job and safeguard your investors, that you could still be a force to be reckoned with in this space. And I think we've done extremely well in doing that.
Awesome, yeah. Right, I think, yeah, we can be ready to start the recording if you're ready, Mistress Money.
Yep. Just real quick, Glenn, I wanted to say, it's Whiplash. I want to say, long time no talk. Thanks for having us again, man. Thanks for the music channel as well. So just good to see you.
Awesome, yeah. You tune in. I saw your name over there, yeah. Atman, how you doing?
Really nice. How you doing, Glenn? How you doing, mate?
Good.
Yeah, really nice to be speaking to you again. Nice to be in chat, mate. And yeah, just before you start the recording, just like to say that.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We had a chat a few weeks ago, yeah, a few beers. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quality. It's quality, man. It's good. It's good.
Okay, we'll get started. I've started recording. Good evening, welcome to Talk Community. Tonight we've got an AMA with SockRokets, which is linked with Cumsock. We've had an AMA with Cumsock. It was awesome. And we've got Mistress Money here to talk about. So we could maybe just start with some of your background in crypto and how Cumsock's been doing since the last AMA, and then we can go into the NFTs for the amazing idea you came up with for SockRocket.
Yeah. So, our team has worked on several other projects before. Our lead dev, Crypto Batman, is just phenomenal coder. Love this man. And we came out with Cumsock. We're currently in the process of upgrading our website. The last AMA we had with you guys, I think you took us up 140K. Could you not? Could be more. It's been a while. A lot happened since then. But, value your community. They asked the hard questions, and they were willing to listen and hear what we had to say and see what we did, and followed suit with the necessary funds to really push us forward and do some amazing things, one of which was upgrading our website, which is going to be phenomenal once completed, and use case proven. being able to make purchases on the platforms with Comstock token. So yeah, definitely excited to be back here with SockRocket. I will tell you that originally when I sat down and went over with Reaper about deploying our own NFT line, right? Because we already own a platform that does really well. Our NFTs are sold out consistently day after day whenever the artist uploads them. And we talked about doing a collection. Well, everybody's doing animals, so they're doing something or another that really goes nowhere. Our NFT collection not only will have in the mint code themselves and the metadata, the actual name of the NFT.
Hey.
I'll just mute. Sorry, Rudder. Yeah, we're in an AMA here.
Yeah, no worries. It'll
okay.
have the name of the ultra rares that we included. There's 69 of those, and of course, you know how we play on what Thumbtack is, right? 69, 69. And so there are 69 ultra rares, and out of that 69, there's going to be about 20 that are going to be the main characters in the video series themselves. Of course, as you mint, your rare attributes are going to be listed based on the number of layers we provided. So right now we have well over 1 million combination that you could possibly get. Each layer was individually named. It didn't go lips 1, lip 2, lip 3. Each of them were named. That was Batman's brilliant idea for that, and I really loved how that worked out, as well as the backgrounds, which I really, really like for those as well. And so they can appear periodically on a series, which adds value to the NFT itself, right? Coupled with the attributes that they get, that adds rarity to it as well. But the backstory, it was Whip and Rudder that really sat down and wrote that backstory. So I'd love for you to hear from them directly on where that came from. It was just brilliant. Loved everything about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot of the writing, but I think the animated so the animated series, right, is a big part of it. And I think that was mainly your vision, Mistress Money, and the initial script writing, but we all worked together on the buildings, the characters, and the background. And I know Rudder and I did some of the text. It's really all based off of also Reaper's artwork. Yeah, you can buy NFTs from anywhere. We wanted to kind of do something a little bit different, right? The sock puppets, known as the SockRokets, are from the BSC Boulevard of Broken Dreams, which is we all live in, right? This is a very, very difficult space, and your life can be changed at any moment here. Your fortune can change at any moment here, and there's a lot of struggles, and we have constant promoters and marketing and rugs and honeypots and all these different things, and taking the Comstock name, turning it into sock puppet and making them really cool and putting really nice attributes on them, and then turning it into this animated kind of little series with some comedy. It gives you this backstory and adds, you're not just holding this NFT. It will be releasing episode after episode, this little story behind it and these characters, and it all involves what we see here in a daily basis in the space that we all live in, which I just think is a really cool idea.
Awesome, yeah. So the SockRocket NFTs, have they launched yet? And what's the sort of cost, and how many are going to be produced, and are going to be rare ones and common ones? Yeah.
Can I interject here? Right. So, Glenn, they are literally 30 minutes from release. Okay.
Awesome.
I've got a guy working on the Minton platform, working on everything now. We're integrating the Minton platform into our main website, which is obviously an extension of the Comstock website. But yeah, there will be 6,969, 69. That's the total minted ever available. There are 8.9 million combinations of attributes. The chances of you getting the same as anyone else, well, it's algorithmically impossible because I've made it impossible. But yeah, there's from those combinations, there's way over 100 different attributes. the minting costs set by the project and set by the ComSock community was they thought 0.1 BNB was fair, and that will be static all the way across. The 0.1 BNB will not increase as time goes forward, so it'll be a static cost. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. The 69 ultra rare with a specific background, with a specific sock, specific everything. Yeah, and they're, I will stress, they're not pre-minted. This is a full algorithm that I've written with Reaper's art to generate them on the fly. So you do not know what you're getting. Nobody knows what you're getting until you click that mint button. When you click that mint button, it sends a request to the server, generates that. It comes back to you. You cannot see it until the mint is complete and the IPFS URI is set in the blockchain, and that's it permanently. It cannot change. It will not change. And like I have purchased a lifetime subscription to IPFS, so that data will be on the interplanetary file system forever and a day. There's no way this isn't server based. It's IPFS based. It's entirely blockchain.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's going to go ballistic because we did share some early on in the chat here, and the investors were going crazy about the SockRocket NFTs. Yeah, and then are you minting the video NFTs separate, or is that the 6969? Is that part of that as well? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Smoney, but I think the video NFTs are going to be on the ComSock platform, so it'll be that'll be the crossover between the two.
Yeah, that will be the final platform that we deploy. We've got the video, we've got the music, and then we've got just our regular NFT platform. I feel like I'm missing one. I think our real life photography mint is another one. Yeah. So it's 4 platforms altogether. Ours actually, when we built our platform from the very beginning, was one that ran with IPF. So we did a double backup. It's what we paid for with a private server as well as the IPFS. I think Batman was telling me we're one of the few projects that actually, if not the only one, that do that. So it's a short down to the very metadata for that 69 ultra rares. In the code itself, I believe Batman said that when you go down the line of code that exists for an NFT, it'll actually show their names, and we assign them names, those 69 ultra rares.
Awesome. And are the super rares going to be like a seasonal thing? Because you've got like Halloween ones there, Christmas maybe, that sort of thing.
No, they're not seasonal, and Reaper just likes, that's what he goes by, right? That's who he is. That's his Telegram handle, and that's where Reaper came in, and we have a really great relationship at Batshit Crazy Crypto. And that was Nightmaster, who was really instrumental in helping to develop a lot of our community and getting our token as a reward base on his platform as well. And that's what he went by. That's what he liked, was Nightmaster. So we incorporated those two.
We have a number of characters from around the BSC and from the community and the team. And then, like Mistress had mentioned earlier, a group that we call the Pump Pimps.
My favorites.
Yeah, so they're really cool. They're all different. We have the Rug-U devs. We have, we have a number of characters from around the BSC that you'll see as ultra rares. They'll have a different background and a completely different set of attributes. They're like standalone, but it's really cool. I think you posted some here previously, Mistress. The video, there'll be a video with a number of them on the website when it's deployed that you'll see, and then you'll see some of the more, gosh, I don't want to use the word common because they all have rarities, but some of the other socks in the videos coming up. And then as we release those episodes and broadcast them onto YouTube Shorts or our own YouTube channel that we'll develop, we'll have this mini series about the BSC, and it'll just keep evolving, and then mint those videos in the ComSock NFT platform.
The soundtrack for the video series was done by Crypto Queen as well. If you listen to the music, to any of those, it's either BDSM or signed artists on the platform, or Mahfood. He's also signed on our music platform as well. His music is included on those. And so that'll be playing throughout as the backdrop as well.
Yeah, just appeals to all age groups, doesn't it? Mature and teenagers, and yeah, it's really cool.
Oh yeah, did you see the I called him Johnny Future, is his name. But yeah, it's at Crypto Games 2021. Let me see if I can put it for you.
Yeah, so
That one was really cool with the skateboard.
Crypto Queen had written her own rap song for the lyrics and sang it, and Dark Lurker, who's the signed producer and music artist, he did the background music for it, for the first video. It's really cool. And somebody had asked earlier today, and something we've been working on for some time. When we launched with a fully functional NFT marketplace, and then very soon after, we added our MNFT brand and Cumrock label, minting music. And as Mr. Sid just mentioned, we signed another professional boudoir photographer, and with the new platform, she'll be launching her own NFT contract under the Comstock label with her own page, minting her artwork. So it continues to grow, but in order to grow and to do it right and to make it more user friendly, we had opted to, and it was always the plan really, to update the website. And if you guys can all, everybody's done home improvement or work anywhere else, whenever you contract work, right, there's always changes, there's always additions, and we're ahead of our schedule, but we're still a week or two out, I believe. But payments have been made, the developers are working, and we're in constant contact with them. Once that website drops, Crypto Batman will be able to add the contracts in where we are able to purchase and sell those NFTs in the Comstock token, which is the true utility. And we'll attach the page for the SockRokets. And here's a big thing, right? Everybody's buying NFTs. Where do I sell it? I go somewhere else and try to list it. I'm trying to list some punk thing, and it's going to cost me $150 in Ethereum to list it on OpenSea. See, I buy NFTs as well. I think we all kind of have gotten into that, right? So with these SockRokets, once the new website's out, you can list your SockRocket NFT on the Comstock NFT platform. So we're providing the full service. You can auction it off, and you can sell it for a fixed price.
Yeah, definitely. And so would you look at going cross-chain? Because I know a lot of NFTs have gone to Cardano and Solana, maybe a second series in the future as well, or link with SockRocket.
Crypto Batman, you may be able to better.
Yeah, I mean, there is an option, because these things are on IPFS. We can interrogate cross-chain. So yeah, a lot of these other platforms, like you just said, they haven't gone cross-chain. They've launched another contract on another chain and then minted them all again. I think true cross-chain is being able to access your NFT on one chain or another chain. So if we go cross-chain, like we do to ADA or Solana, for instance, it's the big one at the minute. If we do go cross-chain, then there will be a peg that takes your NFT, removes it from one chain and adds it to the other chain, so that we're not trying to rip anyone off by selling the same image twice or the same random image twice. So yeah, if you want to sell it on Solana, you can sell it on Solana. If you want to sell it on ADA, you can sell it on ADA. That's obviously, we're talking on site here in the future, but it's definitely in the pipeline.
Yeah, and then it's exclusive to each blockchain. That's awesome. Yeah,
exactly. So you're not selling the same punk twice, which is what everyone else is doing.
If I can add something as well, Glenn, when we talk about, if you don't mind, thank you very much. When we talk about utility, right? Why are we buying tokens and tokens that are paired with other coins? We're buying them because we want them to have a use case, and we want to be able to use them to buy things, whether in the digital world or real world, which is why we want to fast track this website, but do it right and get it out so that we can use the Comstock token for that. I had a point and I just lost it. It'll come back to me. I apologize. Okay, now I'm back on it. SockRokets and these NFTs. What is the benefit to the Comstock token holder? Really, because that's hugely important. We're all here to make money. The proceeds from SockRokets is going back to Comstock, and it's going to feed the development, and it's going to help feed the marketing for both, and the music and the photography and the NFTs, but it's also going to go back to a buyback wallet. So the Climax wallet that we created with tokens that we've given almost all of them out into rewards to the community is going to turn into a buyback wallet. And we will, unannounced, but we will be buying back the token and raising the value of the holdings. So you'll have the buybacks, you'll have all this added marketing and development dollar for all these platforms, as well as you'll be able to use the token to purchase the NFTs, and that will create that revolving volume and that added price floor and that added value to your holdings.
And that was my next question, actually. What were the profits going to go towards? And yeah, buybacks and things like that. That's great. So maybe I should post the Comstock contract, and people can get in before the sale starts. Yeah, and the stock.
Well, I think Glenn, obviously, when we had our last AMA here with Comstock, the price went up greatly and it dipped slightly. But like yesterday, it just hit its all-time high again. It's hit its all-time high 4 times. It's never dropped anywhere below halfway from original purchase price. The chart is healthy as anything I've ever seen in BSC. You know what I mean? It's literally, it hits all-time high, it drops, it hits all-time. We've hit resistance 4 times. With this, we can push it past.
Great, because you've got diamond hand holders and the core team as well are holding on to their Comstock. That's great. Yeah, you're building that community up, and awesome.
Very active, and we try to do voice chat every day. We obviously pulled back the last couple of weeks, just trying to pump out SockRokets, but we stay active. We keep our community involved in every step of the way, and we deliver. I think that's the key to any successful project. We've always known that this was going to be a marathon, not a sprint. We're not worried in terms of where the chart would or wouldn't do, because it's going to do what it wants to do anyway, right? Our job as a team is to make sure that we deliver when we say we're going to deliver, and we put out to the best of our ability a platform that is worthy of your investment. Always in the back of our mind has always been those that have been there from day one, have stayed in. And we've always been advocate for profits, right? So the all-time high, buy the all-time low. We don't do that as a team. If we did, we'd be rich. Right?
I wish I did, but I don't. I'm diamond-handed, up and down.
No, I can tell you're all passionate about Comstock, and then expanding into SockRocket. There's going to be Ocean, the NFTs and the video NFTs, and Batman said he'd never be selling, and he's true to his word. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say we have a really amazing dev when we sat down and we talked about doing this and what's the benefit to the NFT holder, right? When you consider what's going on in NFTs today, what's the benefit? Are you just buying it? Are you just selling it for bullshit? What's the value? Because that's what it's supposed to be. An NFT is supposed to be an item that accrues in value over time, just like any other piece of art. And of course, it's all personal when you look at something and what's attracted to you. Beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. But when you start into getting into NFTs, purchasing NFTs, you're purchasing them with an investment eye. And as a consequence, you have to be able to show that investor where that NFT is going to go. The fact that we are able to put it right after minting up on our platforms for you to either resell, and the fact that we continue to improve in the value of that NFT itself, with the video series that we're planning to do, with the marketing that we're planning to do. It just adds to the total value of purchasing that NFT. We went back and forth on the price, whether we should escalate as the mint process goes along. But we've always said from the very beginning, as a transparent team, you know, we're here to increase people's holdings. And none of us felt comfortable in setting a price where, you know, I would rather sell them all out at 0.1 BNB and somebody able to sell it for 5 BNB, as is done in our NFT marketplace now, where our first mint was sold at 0.02 BNB and is now listed for 50 BNB. That's the whole point, right? Is for you to grow in your investment, for us to enjoy putting forward a really great product and increasing our value as holders as well.
And with 0.1 BNB, it'll raise 696.9 BNB, which is cool. Still comes to 6969.
Yeah. That was a stroke of genius. I really love the colored backgrounds that John added. You know, all of the attributes we went over back and forth. I have so many versions, it's not even funny. Probably well over 2,000 photos stored on my iPad, where we went over versions after versions. And while the art may not be for everyone, again, it was done, pun intended, absolutely with pun intended. If you take a look at the one we did for XRP and the SEC guys, I'm probably going to run into some trouble with that. There's a group photo of them with a light bulb trying to figure out how to put in the light bulb. It's our sense of humor, right? If you take a look at the one we did for Ada, he's all tattooed up. He looks like a total badass, man. I want him in that one, right? I want that one. He looks like a total badass. But he's a sock, right? And that is where the beauty is, how Reaper was able to take it and shape them from one image to another. If you take a look at the SockRocket General, you would never believe that's a freaking sock. It just goes to show that creativity can be found just about anywhere. And I think Reaper, in everything that he put forward, made sure that he gave his best. And I'm really, really proud of the artwork that came together.
Yeah, I remember, you know, the last AMA was very memorable. That you're all very passionate about Sock, and then moving on to SockRocket, you're producing and you're passionate by probably 90% more than anyone else on the BSC. So, you know, you've got that success built in, because, you know, when people meet you, they really enjoy the fun aspect, and you're all cool people. And yeah, it's been really nice. I can't remember when we had the last AMA, maybe in October sometime, but September. But yeah. So that makes you as a team, you know, you're all good friends, stand out from the crowd, you know. Yeah. But
I will say, Graham. By the way, all of these, a lot of people have issues with the likes of when you mint these, they're going to be available in your MetaMask and your Trust wallets immediately. So you'll be able to see your collection inside your physical wallet, and they will never move. So when you do mint them, it's yours there, then, and permanently. It'll be available. All you have to do is add the contract, which we'll give you on the website and also in the Telegram. Yeah.
Awesome.
So you know, it's a project that's been tested, like way beyond an inch of its actual life. And you know, we're trying to provide something that really, you know, with a team of a smaller team as we have, you know, we're providing amazing value for what you get.
Yeah, and then you can also use it as your Telegram profile picture as well.
Yeah, who doesn't want to come sock as their profile picture, huh?
So I'm glad you said that. I want to hit on two things. One, that we will set up a giveaway if you purchase a sock and you do use it as your profile picture. We will be searching different groups, including WhaleCoin Talk, looking for people using that image as a profile photo, and we'll be grabbing your ats, and we'll be setting up giveaways once a week and BNB rewards. It's great marketing for the project, and it's great marketing for you. The more people that buy NFTs, the better the value is of the NFT that you hold. But back,
I know.
Go ahead.
Rise Up, he's doing an NFT for me, and it has Rise Up on it, so you can have the Cumsock logo on for people that share it. Yeah, around the BSC as their profile pic. That's good advertising, free advertising, word of mouth. Yeah.
It is, and it makes it fun, and we all see people with different photos, and you're like, hey, that's cool, let me check it out, and you see it, and maybe that reaches out to a wider audience that we hadn't previously reached. But you mentioned before, like team and friendships, and just so everybody understands, like when you work on a team, it's hard, right? Even when you're friends, it's hard. But at the end of the day, it is a team. It's a solid team. We've added some unbelievable talent and people in here. But the driving force here, the vision behind this, and I said this in September, and I'll say it again, and this is the same for Cumsocks and the Cumsock animated series, is really Mistress Money. That's where all of this comes from, and we're all here to support her because we believe in her and where she's going to take us, all of us, with this token and these projects.
Definitely, yeah, I can see that coming to fruition in the future. And so, if an investor, I think it's coming out 6 p.m. EST, which is 11 p.m. UK, to buy the NFTs, how do they go about buying them? And is it in BNBs? Is just they buy it on where are they going to get that?
Okay, so there will be a website. I think I'm at 16% volume, but yeah, the website is. Yeah, the website's done per se. The minting's, we're testing the minting literally as we speak. We've tested it. I've tested it in terms of server and everything else in IPFS. The website, it just needs integrated in the website, and that's happening now. I'll give you a sneak peek of the website, actually.
Awesome.
We're running it on local. Look, I don't think I can write in your chat.
Okay, I don't know if someone can open that for you, or just send me the DM and I can post it for you in the chat. Yeah.
Seconds.
I mean, also you, an hour before you launch as well, you can actually post whenever the website goes live. Yeah, you can post that in our text chat, and then everyone can jump in and get some. I've just
DM'd you. This is where we left it before the AMA. We were testing on local machines rather than other machines, just to make sure everything's absolutely correct before we launch. So when we launch that https://sockrockets.com, no C in rockets, that's going to be live. Minting, we've had, and I'll send you a picture of the testing that we're doing right now. Just trying to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. It's literally a labor of love, and where is it? Yeah, so I don't copy image. I'm going to send you that image as well.
Cool.
So there's the image. It's running. It's up. We're just making some last minute checks just to make sure that your investment's safe. That's 100% where we're at. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks of absolute feverish chopping in code and doing this, doing that, and the other. But the server was tested many moons ago. The front end just needed a bit of a tweak, and that's where we're at right now. So basically, you'll go to the website to mint. You'll go down to the minting section, click on connect your wallet. It'll connect your wallet, and you can click mint. That mint will send a transaction to the server, which then generates your image on the fly. It doesn't exist until you click the button. This is the problem. It doesn't exist until you click the button. A lot of people pre-mint. It's not like that now. It's completely random. It's based on time. It's when you click the button. It'll cost 0.1 BNB. It'll send back a CID. That CID then gets sent to the blockchain. You pay your 0.1 BNB, and that's your NFT for life.
Awesome. Yeah. And how many can you buy in blocks? 5 and 10 at a time, yeah, sort of thing.
We haven't set a limit on any one wallet owning any amount of the SockRocket NFTs.
Okay, cool. So yeah, because I know Wales like to buy lots of NFTs. Like
Yeah, I don't want to. Nobody wants to see one person own them all, but it being an open market, it's just
Yeah.
it's tough.
My headset cut out. Sorry, guys.
And when you
Yeah.
say BNB, it's BSC, right? But for us
Bet 20.
MetaMask people, it's going to be, you'll see BNB. For Trust Wallet people, it'll be BSC. You'll see in your wallet
Smart
that you'll
chain.
have to use. It
it's
will
not.
not. You cannot do it in Trust on iOS. Is that correct, Batman?
Yeah, Trust on iOS is dead. Trust Wallet's dead. The Apple I will just shut all over them. So it's not going to be possible, unfortunately, on iOS. So if you're on iOS, it has to be MetaMask.
Yeah.
Wallet Connect is an option, but Wallet Connect is way too slow for this process.
So they'll open SockRokets in their wallet browser, correct?
Yeah, in your wallet browser or on desktop, just in Chrome with MetaMask enabled.
The extension. And then Reaper is in here. I don't know if Reaper can chat right now. He is muted. But if you have anything, Reaper is the artist on all of this.
Yeah, I'm going to open up to the team and investors in a minute. But yeah, where's Reaper? Here he is. Sorry about that, Reaper. You're unmuted now. How's it going?
I don't think he could talk. What time is it? 4:37. Yeah, he might be.
Fair enough.
He might be finishing his work day.
Right, I can open it up to the team. Has anyone got any questions for Mistress Money or Batman or Whiplash? No? I can open it up to community. Has anyone got any questions for Mistress Money, Batman or Whiplash?
Oh, and if you can you unmute Cuzzo? I don't know if he's available, but he's a huge supporter of the project.
Yeah, so you guys said that you're releasing a new batch soon, or the entire batch soon?
When you say the entire batch, there'll be 6969. That's the total mintable. And if you come in and mint one of those 6969, that's your thing. It'll be open, and anyone can come and mint the full amount.
Okay. So is it currently available? Are they currently available to mint?
Yes. Yeah, I get
Okay.
the question. All 6969 are available to be minted. Yes.
Yeah, when I click the button to allow minting.
That's cool. Okay, that makes sense now. Thanks for clearing that up.
It's no problem. There's zero minted right now. Zero minted, and like I say, we're working on the front end, the UI. That should be very soon. And yeah, when it's ready, you're more than welcome to come in and mint your own Cumsock.
Yeah, I want to do one right now, but I guess I can't.
Yeah, we set it for after the AMA, the Dizzle, and we did that kind of deliberately. Again, we have a soft spot for your community, and so between our community and yours, we wanted to give you guys an option to be able to mint those before we start any full scale marketing with it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let us know, and I'll definitely grab a couple for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, it's about 2 hours, 20 minutes away, I think, to launch 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UK for investors to get involved. So has anyone else got a question for the SockRocket team? Any investors? No? So yeah, if we can recap
question.
Anything we're missing. Yeah, we've got someone with hand up.
Hey guys, hello, Mr. Money. I was just wondering, so do I need a certain address in my Trust Wallet to buy one of these babies, or how do I do it?
Basically, if you've got Trust Wallet and it's connected to the Binance Smart Chain, you can go onto the website, you can connect your wallet, the button will be live, but it's not live now, the button will be allowed to connect and mint and view your connection. So yeah, as long as you're on Binance Smart Chain, you're good to go.
All right, thank you very much. And is it just luck of the draw, or do I actually get to pick one?
It's completely random. When the NFT you get is completely randomized with, like I said earlier, I think 8.9 million combinations, and it will be completely luck of the draw with 69 ultra rares in there. That it's literally when you click that button, nothing is predetermined in this game right now. You get what you get. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. It's 100% random.
Beautiful. Look forward to it. Great job, you guys. Thank you.
Is there different rarities? So is it like a common, uncommon, rare, and then super rare?
So the likelihood of getting certain attributes are rarer and rarer and rarer. But the beauty of this is the rarity isn't determined beforehand. The rarity is determined when they're all minted. So the rarity you get, when come the ending, when all 69 are minted, that's when it's determined how many you have. Obviously, I don't want to get them like standard distribution, right? I don't want to get into mathematical terms, but standard distribution says the middle of anything. So if I pick a random number between 0 and 100, between 20 and 80 are going to be the most common, and 0 to 20 are going to be rare, and 80 to 100 are going to be rare. Standard distribution mathematics, and that's we're letting the math do all of the calculations rather than just say, oh, is this super rare? Is this? It's not like I said, nothing's predetermined. This is a complete crap. It's a complete crapshoot.
Yeah, we literally wanted it that way. We've all purchased items. One of them I purchased myself, and I was really disappointed afterwards when you said, "Oh, it's not worth anything." So then, what was the point of buying it, right? I mean, you don't have anything else to go with it, right? What was the whole point? So I did not like the fact that they set the attributes beforehand, or they set it to a certain number, so that you have to rush to try to get it and still don't get it. I wanted everyone to have an equal share or equal opportunity to mint a random. We don't even have what a rare attribute is. We let the algorithm itself determine all of it. All we did was add the layers. We didn't even set the percentages of anything. We're going to let the algorithm decide what is going to be considered rare or even ultra rare on the whole set. The only thing that we did beforehand was to load the 69 ultra rares, which are the characters that are going to be revolving in the series themselves. We made those and loaded them whole to the algorithm. Everything else from, I think we had the Holy Grail Kush lips, which is the green lips. Those were named. They're not numbered, they're named. So all of those coming in, if you happen to get one with the green lips, that I personally wanted to be a rare attribute, because they look really great as a color combination when you added the background and the different features to it. We can't even determine if it's going to be an ultra rare or not. It is determined by the algorithm itself.
Each NFT's unique, isn't it? So it's decided by the open market who thinks one's worth more than another. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. But also the algorithm, when you mint them, the algorithm will obviously, depending on who mints when and where and what, it's all basically, you're not chasing something. You don't know it's going to be like ultra rare rare until it's actually they're all minted. So you don't just stop when you get one thing. It's the whole competition idea. If you know that something you've got is ultra rare, when you get it, you're going to stop. You know what I mean? I've got an ultra rare, I'm fine. This way, nobody knows until the end of the game.
It's all fair and square. So I've not bought an NFT before, so I'm going to be buying one in an hour and 15 minutes. So it's time to buy in the UK, 11 p.m. You're launching in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow, you haven't.
I've been given some and I've not collected them, but yeah.
So Glenn, you
people
know,
keep making them.
we have one as a I call it fan art. We do have one up listed in the ultra rare. So let's see who'll be able to get that one minted.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Did the community guess which one it is? I think I posted it.
So I just go onto the website, and once I've minted it, does it go to my wallet? Do I have to send it to my wallet? How does that work?
It's in your wallet immediately. You are the owner. It's in your wallet immediately.
They may have to add the contract and the item number.
The contract address. Yeah, maybe. But you can check your balance. You can check whatever you need. You'll be able to see them on the website. Anything you own will be. You'll be able to show collection. Once you connect your wallet, it should show you what you own in there. Generally, you just add the contract address, and it'll say, right, yeah, it'll add to your MetaMask or your Trust Wallet or whatever the fuck you were using at the time. And it should show your collection.
It's the same thing as adding a new token, Glenn. You'll take the contract address, and instead of decimals, you'll take the mint number or item number. And when you add that under collectibles or NFTs in your wallet, then you'll be able to see it in your wallet. But you definitely will see it on the BSC scan, and you'll see it on the website as in your wallet.
Is 100% owned by the wallet that minted.
I've seen people do virtual art galleries. Are you looking in the future to maybe let people display them in a virtual or website way, the NFTs that they minted?
I'm glad you brought it up, Glenn. We have discussed that. It is actually my end goal, personal. It is my personal end goal to have that virtual art gallery where I can display multitude categories and collections of art. That is my personal end goal.
Yeah, because it came up with one company that's actually hiring out space in their virtual art galleries, for NFTs, to display like. So if I
I've also
maybe you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've also been looking at, and this was going to be maybe one of my key giveaways that I want to do once we get the website up and running. I don't know if you've seen any of the special frames to display an NFT. They're pretty pricey. They range from about $1,000+. But yeah, that's definitely going to be one that I'm going to be having a giveaway for. I really want it. There's a particular NFT that I absolutely love in our NFT marketplace that I would love to see. Every mint that I do, every single one gets tested both for quality, for pixelation on my 65-inch screen TV, on numerous devices to make sure it's of the highest quality. And I just would love to see it in one of those digital frames displayed. So that's definitely one of my goals, is to get one of those and do as a giveaway. They're very rare right now and they're very expensive. But just to showcase how beautiful NFTs can be. It's just not an investment value. They're beautiful to look at. We've got those music NFTs that we have. Dark Lurker has combined with some of his artwork, which is a very surreal type of artwork, along with his music that looks great on a big screen TV. It really does. So I'd love to see what that would look like in those digital frames.
The 6969 is going to be the standalone NFTs. Then when's the video NFTs launch? You're going to do a whole series on video NFTs.
I've done. I sent you the test one, but you know me, I'm never happy. I'm always in search of perfection. And while I like the flip animation to it, I want to try and perfect it. But scene 3 is done. You can put it in there for anybody to see. Of course, they have to watch it with the audio that goes with it.
It's still pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd like to improve on that a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the flip animation, and I'm a huge Benny Hill fan, and that's kind of the sense of humor that I'm going with for the BSC, right? It's very adult, but still very funny stuff. So that first scene is available for people to preview. I'm going to take people's reaction and feedback for it. And that's the reason why I did it that way. I want to know if the flip animation will work, if people are attracted to that, or should I rethink that and do something else?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the video NFTs, will that be a higher price because there's less of them for the whole series?
No, that's one of the things that I thought about. So I could probably do, if I did each individual episode at roughly 5 minutes, right? They are going to be involving several different NFTs in that video itself. So I could probably price that at 0.1 BNB, but I thought I'm better off doing a very limited supply of the entire season. So kind of like season 1, all 12 episodes available for maybe 1 BNB, and maybe do no more than 15. That's kind of where I would like to go with that. I don't want a mass produced. It's all artwork. It's all everybody else's NFTs that is going to be combined in that series. So I haven't quite decided if I do a 0.1 per episode sale or just a completed season sale with a limited batch of maybe 10 to 15.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I've got a few ideas I'll send over, and
would love to.
Yeah, as I'm 47, I've got a lot of cobwebs rocking around in the brain, and some cool ideas maybe for the video NFTs, definitely. So I'm looking forward to the launch. So you're expecting to launch around 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UK, so we're only like an hour and a bit away. That's exciting. I'm sure they're going to really sell fast. And the website is set up. It can handle the traffic if everyone's jumping in there, yeah?
Absolutely, it can handle the traffic. And no slouch when it comes to that kind of thing. Obviously, when you click mint, it goes and it generates its own thing. So there's a bit of server overhead there, but generally it gets uploaded to IPFS, and then when you're viewing your NFTs and everything else, it comes from IPFS. So it's completely decentralized and distributed. So yeah, it's not coming from our website. We're not getting hammered. It's the whole IPFS and blockchain thing's beautiful. A lot of the interactions go with the blockchain and IPFS rather than the server. The server just generates the image.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
definitely one of the things. And I did want to touch on this a little bit because I don't think anyone else is doing this, and Batman had the idea for it, and I really loved it. In the metadata itself, it's going to tell you, it's going to name your NFT if you happen to get one of the ultra rares. In the metadata itself, when you go down that string of code that consists of your NFT, it's going to name it. So example, it's going to say Whip Spankwell on it if you happen to get his NFT. It's going to have his name embedded in the metadata.
Awesome.
So
I
do want to say something about the minting.
Well,
also, Glenn,
to be fair, I don't think anyone is going to get excited to get whiplashes this suck.
So I do want to say too, the team itself, we believe in the token, we believe in the process, we believe in a fair and open market. We do our best. If anyone remembers our launch that Batman did September 6th, it was one of the smoothest launches in BSC that we can recollect. The team is not taking the first mint or the first 10 mints. It will be open to the open market, and it's going to be a first come first serve, which is something we believe in, and it is important that the access is available to the public first. Now, I will try to buy the first.
We own any of these things, any of them. If you're the first person to click that button, you get number 0. That's it. If you're the second person, you get number 1. It's that's how it's set up. We will not take anything or any chance away from you. No way, no how.
Yeah, even when we did the testing, we know, well, we're fully confident in Crypto Batman's ability. So we didn't test with the mainnet and BNB. That's the easy part of it. Anybody that's familiar with NFT projects, that the difficulty lies in the algorithm and pulling that information through the API. And he has just nailed it. We all day long we can have ideas, right? But then you have to leave those ideas to people to execute it. And I'm an idea person. but the execution and the technicality and the things that he's added that added the overall value that goes to Crypto Batman and Reaper 100% of the way. These guys were phenomenal in executing the ideas.
Definitely, Crypto Batman's a workhorse, plowing away on the BSC and respected dev. Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, he's got his own. I'm hoping to mint his as well, right? Backcrypt, he's got.
Have we got a Batman?
There, guys.
Have we got a Batman one in there? A rare Batman? You'll have to buy it off someone.
He's called Backcrypt.
Oh, if I get that one, I'm going to sell it to Crypto Batman for
if you see
58 BNB. Hey, man.
Glenn, I'd just like to say that I've become a part of this team and I have never met such a hard-working group of individuals before. They give it their all. They're always thinking about the long term and putting everybody ahead of themselves, knowing that that's where they'll reap rewards is in the end if everybody else succeeds. It's been a real honor to be a part of that.
No, but you like our team, that you can let your hair down and you have fun along the way as well. You know, hard work, but you've got to relax and chill sometimes, and you know, just do that inside the community, and everyone has a laugh. And yeah, after work finishes at 1 or 2 in the morning, you know, yeah, just chill, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, we have drinking Fridays. Fridays we're not allowed to discuss business at all. Fridays is all about pitches of drinking.
Yeah, I think I did an AMA in one of the other projects the other day, and I was absolutely fucking hammered. Yeah.
It wasn't a good idea, but yes. You do have somebody in chat with their hand up. BZL?
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Crypto. Oh, no. BZL. Go ahead. You got a question? His hand up earlier on as well. You there, BZL? No?
Okay. Yeah,
I think they put the hand up and then go away from the mic. So, yeah, we can wrap it up, and then I can send you a copy of the recording for you if there's anything we've missed, and just to round up everything we've been talking about, really. Yeah.
We're very happy to be here. We're very happy following Mistress Money's vision. Enjoy the SockRokets. Enjoy the animated series that's coming out. Hope, you know, we should all make money on this. Stand by for the web platform, which, you know, to give a date, I can't give an exact date, but we're shooting for a couple of weeks because we have to add a lot to it, but it is in development. And, you know, we appreciate your support, everybody here at Whale Coin Talk. Join us, have a good time, make some money, and support the project. Support real projects is all that I ask you.
And to wrap that up, Glenn, we also do have a free mint going to one of your lucky community members. You just let us know who that is, DM me the wallet address. Have we figured out how we're doing that yet, Cuzzo, or?
No, I think we'll do it live on video, and we'll just have BNB ready.
Beautiful.
We'll mint it. It could be one of those 69. It could be number 1. It could be number 69. 69. That's what it's all about. So yeah, that's how we could do it.
Cuzzo, good to see you and good to hear from you. Long time.
No, I just sat back. I just sat back and listened to it because the Batman is the guy put together everything, how it gets done. It's Mr. Money's vision. It's your execution. I'm just the firefighter. I just put out fires, plug leaks. That's my job on this team. So I just sit back and listen to you guys. But I'm excited to mint some today. That's for sure.
You're much more than that, cousin. Don't ever put yourself down, man.
No, sir. I'm happy to work in the shadows. That's my job.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you can post a link to the website just before the launch, 5 minutes before in the text chat, that'd be great for our community to get involved. I'm shooting over there to get one as soon as it launches in an hour, I think now. It's getting exciting. So yeah, great to speak to you all again, and Yeah.
Just off the top of that, we know these aren't going to be everyone's cup of tea, as Mr. Money said. If you don't like them, there's no pressure. Just, this whole space is about getting in and enjoying yourself and maybe making a bit of money. If you don't like them, still come into the community and have a chat. It doesn't matter. It's all about networking. It's all about talking to people. It's all about everything else. If you don't like them, don't buy them, but still come and have a chat.
Yes.
I would urge you all to do that.
Definitely.
Definitely, some people might not want an NFT, but they want to come into the community and buy CumSock because they see the profitability of the NFT series and the video NFT series and want to invest on that side as well. And then other people want the NFTs. So yeah, they're all welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn. I mean, it's all about, because it's under the umbrella of CumSock, right? As that project and its tentacles grow and all these use cases that come about, it's going to obviously, no doubt, increase the market cap of CumSock, but everything that's related to it. So some of these mints eventually will become those classics that you really want to hold. So you may not like the art, but I could assure you, you'll like the money it'll make you one day. So basically, that's what it is. Because as the time passes, you'll only be able to buy some of these NFTs or the ones in the future with the native token. So if you don't want to buy the CumSock, the SockRokets, but you should definitely buy some of those CumSock tokens. That's my advice.
It's all a part of a piece of history on the BSC. If you get a SockRocket before they sell out, yeah, it's awesome.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
History. We do. We enjoy making history.
Yeah, we do here too. Yeah, it's awesome. Everything's kept in an archive for the future, and it's rock and roll crypto, and everyone enjoys the time. So I'll finish the recording. Send a copy over to you guys. It's been great talking again. Thank you very much for coming back for another AMA. But if you can post that in our chat just before launch, that'd be great. Someone could come over. I know you're probably pretty busy getting it rock and roll ready, but yeah.
Absolutely, Glenn. Absolutely. And thanks very much for your time, and thanks very much to your community for their time as well. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you
it's been
so
awesome
much.
meeting you again. And I know Friday nights I can come over for a drink now when I finish my AMAs. That's awesome.
You know it.
Yeah,
We're looking forward to it, Glenn. Love having you.
I'm only up the road. I'm in Scotland, man. You can drive up anytime you want. We'll have it here.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely. I wasn't over and lads like a few drinky poos, as one of the European guys said.
Just one or two, or 6 or 10 or 12.
A bottle of dark rum for me, but yeah, we'll see.
I'll match your dark rum, 100%. Man. Spicy for me though.
Spicy, yeah. I like the Pussers, because it's 58%. Really nice stuff when I was growing up.
Oh yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, man. We can do that, 100%.
Awesome. I'll see you over there on Friday.
Just mention the time, man. Just mention the time. Friday.
Yeah, it's just been so hectic here. Yeah, we're growing and everything, and the AMAs, but they finish at a certain time, and then I can pop over and have a drink with some of the team. Maybe, that'd be awesome.
I'm gonna pop off here and get started on the other TG. But again, thank you so much, Glenn Ladizzle. You guys are amazing community. Love to see the work that you're doing, and anything I could ever do to help, just reach out. Be my pleasure. Glenn, I'm holding you to that for help with my Benny sense of humor. I am archiving those you send me.
Well, Crypto Batman might know it. I don't know how old he is, but it's Ren and Stimpy. I can't sleep.
Ren and Stimpy. I'm not as young as you think I am. So
I was thinking that the Ren and Stimpy sketches would look good with the SockRokets. So I'll send a few videos over to Mistress Money and see how that goes for the video NFTs. Yeah, because there's one who doesn't get any sleep, and that's Crypto for you, isn't it?
It's really cool videos. I've got a guy working on the back garden at the minute, and he's come in at 9 o'clock this morning with a chainsaw, and I'm going, "What the are you doing?"
Halloween's coming.
Didn't get to sleep.
It's not Jason, is it? It's not Jason, is it?
No. He's only removing trees, not limbs. So it's fine.
He's not got a mask on. You're all right.
No. He's got a digger though. He's a handy boy to know. It's all good. Anyway, guys, like I said earlier, and like Mrs. Money says, your community is amazing. Thank you very much for your time. I've got to get away and direct this into lunch. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Exciting, yeah. Take care, Batman, Mistress Money, and Queen Bee, and Whiplash. Yeah, it's great to see you. I'll see you on Friday for a drink. Anyway, it'll be more chill.
Buddy.
Once it's all
See you on
sold out.
Friday.